Keep this in mind, brought to you by SpectHealth.com, David A. Specht. How are y'all this Friday? Good to see you. So here we go. I wanted to do something a little bit different today. As you know, I released a book here a little bit over a month ago, actually 6 weeks ago, hard to believe, called Old Dogs, New Tricks version 2.0. And I got to thinking that some of you may want to know a little bit about what's in the book here and there to see if it's worthwhile getting the whole thing. And I want to talk about one of the lessons from chapter 7 is, listen to this now, don't automatically discount something out of your norm. Be open to new ways of doing things. And the reason I bring that up is because, this world today is changing so fast. The world is accelerating. A year ago, nobody was talking about the app ChatGPT, and now everybody's talking about artificial intelligence and how it's revolutionizing everything from customer service to content creation, and there's this whole back and forth going on about this. And can I tell you that before you just sweep it away and say, well, that's just not the way we do things, give yourself time to do the research. Give yourself the time and be open to the idea that doing something a different way to achieve the result you want to achieve may not necessarily be a bad thing. Now, this is not a endorsement of ChatGPT or anything else. But can I tell you that in my experience, especially in business, the ones that held so firm to their methods were the ones that usually saw the most decline, the ones that usually struggled the most because they could not pivot, they could not adjust quickly enough to really move the needle and keep things moving in a positive direction. Another thing is like the way we do business or the way we do relationships. I'm the kind of person that I would rather be on an online chat with customer service than to be on the phone trying to understand somebody in a foreign country. It's just me. I'm not a phone person. I struggle with my hearing a little bit. And so the online chat is a great tool for me. Now, it may not be for you. And that's okay. That's what I'm saying is we cannot put, like I told you 2 days ago, we see the world as we are. We see the world through the lens of our experiences and our comforts and our familiarities. And when something is radically new, yes, it takes a little bit to wrap our minds around it. But at the same time, we can begin to slowly embrace those new ways of doing things. For the longest time, I swore up and down that I would not get one of these. A cell phone? No, an iPhone. You know why? It doesn't have a keyboard. I was used to my little blackjack keyboard. I'm like, how can you type if you can't feel the keys under your fingers? Look at the world we live in now. So I just want to encourage you today that it is okay to be uncomfortable with change. That's fine. But don't be closed to change. Don't be closed off to a new way of doing things. Don't be closed off to the possibility that this could actually be a better way in the world you live in today. I'm reminded of a conversation I had with my friend Jason Smith, who is the president of a bank, and I was asking him about some things with regard to a publication that I had started. And one of the things he said was, David, banking has changed. Banking has changed from the standpoint of you're not going to see a bunch of people in suits when you walk in. And you know what? He's right. More times than not, you see the golf shirt with the logo on it. The other thing he said is this. Employees want flexible hours. They want to be able to work when they want to work, and they're willing to sacrifice things for this work-life balance idea. It's a whole nother world. He said, have you ever heard of the term flex time? And I'm like, no, what does that mean? And he's like, that's when two part-time employees work together, work out their hours to where the work gets done, but they have the flexibility to do it on their own schedule. And I'm like, that's crazy. And he goes, I think so too, but that's the way the world works. Who could have seen what took place in 2020 with work from home? Companies that refused to allow their employees to work from home have not only embraced it, they're now realizing how much of a better situation it is in certain job areas. So as you go through today, as you go through this week, this month, this year, let me encourage you, just because it's something you've never done doesn't mean it's not something you should consider doing. After all, life's about change. God bless.